Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is Brittany Allen Crafts. I have 3 Farmhouse Valentine's DIYs for you today. We're just going to go ahead and hop right in and get started. And this is what I did to start. So I just took some cardboard and I already had some hearts cut out the size that I wanted. So I just took those and I traced them and cut out more of those. I think I did 4 big hearts and 4 small hearts. Alright, so after I get all of my hearts cut out, then I'm going to take some white yarn, and I got my white yarn at Walmart, and I'm just going to start wrapping up my hearts, and I'll just start by putting a little glob of glue in the middle of the heart, and then I'll wrap it several times. And the more glue you use, the better this is going to hold up, you guys. So just remember that, especially once you get past the first layer of yarn, you're going to want to put as much glue as you can because it will unwrap. So now I'm going to take some natural jute, and I'm just going to measure it out by wrapping it around the whole heart and leaving a little extra just in case. And then I'm going to cut that and start gluing that on, and I'm going to do this to all of my hearts. Alright, so for the second part of the first DIY, you're going to need some yarn of your choice. I chose pink since it is for Valentine's Day. You're going to need 2 toilet paper rolls. You're going to need some cardboard, a glass or a mason jar, scissors, and so you're just going to take your glass and you're going to set it down and you're going to trace around it. And my cardboard already had holes in it, but if it doesn't, you're going to need to put at least 1 hole in the middle of your circle of cardboard. So I cut out 2 circles, and I just wanted to take this time to let you know, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and do so and turn on the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up and share with friends and family. And I love hearing from you guys in the comment section. Alright, so I took 2 strings of the white and pink yarn. I tied a knot, and I went ahead and unraveled a lot of this, you guys. And then I placed the knot down in between the toilet paper rolls, and I wrapped it about 55 times. So then I cut off a 10-inch piece of pink yarn, and I'm just going to wrap that around through the 2 pieces of toilet paper rolls, and I'm just going to pull that off the toilet paper rolls and then tie it in a knot. And then I went ahead and wrapped the strings back around it and then tied it in a couple more knots just to make sure it was secured. So after you do that, then the fun part. Now you're going to cut all your loops. So I'm just going to do that and we'll be back. Alright, so now we're going to get our jute twine back out, and we're going to pull off about 10 feet of it, and we're going to start pushing it through the backs of our hearts. And you're going to want to start from one side of it and go all the way to the other side. That way it holds it up straight when you hang this. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and wrap the end of my jute. Now I've cut off that bad end. And so I just wrapped it with my tape, and then I cut off the excess tape that was sticking out because that's not going to help us. And this is how that looks. And now our jute should go through the back of our hearts like butter. This is going to help you guys so much, and it'll just be like sewing. Alright, so once you measure these out to make sure that you have your hearts exactly where you want them and your pom-poms exactly where you want them, then you're going to want to knot your excess strings that are holding your pom-poms on. You're going to want to tie those in about 3 knots just to make sure, and then cut off that yarn. And make sure you're not cutting it too short so it doesn't come unraveled. And this is how it turned out, you guys. I am in love with this. I think it turned out so adorable, so cute, and I think the jute on the hearts just gave it that farmhouse look that I love so much. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you like the pink and white for this as a farmhouse DIY? And let's move on to DIY number 2. So I picked up one of these 300-piece puzzles from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna draw out a medium-sized heart on my craft paper and darken it so you guys can see it. And now I'm just gonna start gluing my puzzle pieces down face down, and you're just gonna want to put a little bit of glue right at the tip or edge where you'll place these two together. You're not going to want to put too much glue because that will show through. So you're just going to want to go all the way around this heart, and then you're going to want to do another layer of puzzle pieces. I did just want to tell you guys that when you're painting this, to make sure you're dabbing into all the nooks and crannies and doing the sides of the heart as well. So this is how it turned out, you guys. I am in love with it. I think it is so pretty, and I've never seen anything like it. But let's go ahead and move on to DIY number 3. So I picked up this welcome Valentine sign, and I'm just going to start by pulling 3 of the hearts off, and I did this by just removing the ribbon, and all you have to do is pull that off. And now I'm just going to sand off all the glitter off of each one. And just so you know, it would be better if you chose all 3 of your hearts that don't have glitter completely covering them, because I did choose one that was covered in glitter and it was not fun to sand. So now I'm going to take my white Waverly's paint and my pink Parfait by Apple Barrel, and I'm just going to pour out some of the white paint and mix in the pink paint. And so then we're just going to paint this whole thing, and we'll be back. Alright, to write the sayings on these hearts, I just wrote it out on a piece of paper, and I know there's easier ways to do this, but this is how I felt comfortable doing it. So I just wrote it out exactly how I would want it on a piece of paper, and then I held that piece of paper underneath it, and I put a popsicle stick at the top to keep it the size I want it, and I just wrote it out like that, and it actually worked really well. So if you know a better way to do it, please be my guest. I just haven't done it any other way. So, alright, so I already had 3 of these tumbler blocks painted white. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue at the bottom of the heart, and I put it on the side that I wanted it to sit on. And I'm just going to put on the blocks onto all 3 of the hearts, and then I'm going to reinforce it with some glue on the outside of the block as well. And this is how that looks standing up, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the last heart as well. And you guys, this is probably one of my favorite DIYs that I've done this year. I don't know, I just think it's just so cute and so simple. Let me know down in the comments which is your favorite DIY. Alright guys, I'm going to let you get another quick look at all 3 DIYs. And while I do that, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd love to know which is your favorite DIY. Down in the comments. And if you have any friends or family that would like to see this video, please share with them. And thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.